What's going on, virtual golfers? Welcome back. We are finally starting our PGA Tour 2K25 career mode. I know it's been a little bit later than I would have liked it to have been, but the voice is finally back. We're feeling good, caught up on stuff. We're going to try and get this series going. We're going to be playing on Legend True Sim settings, so that is everything cranked to the absolute max except we have a name marker. That's all we've got. Drew has his work cut out for him, and we're going to try and slow roll it. And by that I mean we have another character that's already gotten to 90, so we have Rebirth available, but we're going to try and use the points sparingly. The only thing I'm going to do right here in the beginning, we are going to take him from a 65 to a 71, but that's where we're going to leave it. Main reason being I have 70 correction on my main character. That's where my swing feels comfortable, and I don't really want to be trying to learn two different swings. So we're going to leave it at that. Otherwise, he's going to be playing base stats here at the beginning, and we will slowly, as time goes on, add points into the character. I would love to know down in the comments what you guys think is a good way to do it. I've been throwing around some ideas in my head as far as giving points based on how we finish, or just per tournament, or per round, something along that line. So let me know. I would love to have your feedback on how this goes. And as far as the skill points are concerned, I've just gone ahead and put a few points into the main skills that we use, but I have not gone and spent all of my skill points. I think those we will also slow roll. These may be a little bit quicker than the attribute points, but again, we will see, and I'll kind of leave that up to everybody watching. So Drew is going to be starting in Q School. We are going to be working our way up. Join a field of aspiring amateur players set to compete at the final stage of the Korn Ferry Tour qualifying tournament in hopes of securing Korn Ferry Tour status. Finish the season in the top 5 of points to advance directly to the PGA Tour, or finish in the top 40. So that is our ultimate goal, is to make it out of Q School and at least onto the Korn Ferry Tour. And if he plays out of his absolute mind, maybe he makes it onto the PGA Tour. We're going to try and keep our expectations in check. All right, looks like our agent wants to talk to us. Hey, Drew, I just got word that you just signed on with our agency. Got time for a quick chat? Let's do it, Troy. I got time for you, buddy. Nice to meet you. All right, just a heads up, a new player influence contest has been announced, and you're one of the participants. The goal is to achieve 10 million followers. You can gain followers by excelling in tournaments and participating in interviews. All right, easy. 10 million? No problem. Man is cocky. He's confident. Not cocky. He's confident. He's got a bold personality. He knows what he wants. He doesn't quite know how good he actually is yet, because he hasn't competed in Korn Ferry Tour. So maybe there's a humbling a coming. But for now he's a confident man. Awesome. Keep in mind that your replies may impact how the public perceives you. At our agency, we break down personality into 3 main types: bold, composed, and reserved. Your personality can shift over time, so no need to nail this one on the first swing. Ha, golf puns. But to get us started in the fairway, which one would you consider for yourself? All right, so they doubled down on the golf puns with the fairway bit. We're gonna go with bold. Right, by the way, your personality will become unknown if you don't engage in interviews and conversations for too long. But once you determine your personality type and stick to it for 3 weeks, you'll start receiving a popularity boost. All right, we just gotta stay consistent, and at least pull the I'm just here so I don't get fined. Anything else? That's it. Get out of here, make your name for yourself. You got it, Troy. Okay, so let's set up our settings here for my career. We're going to have our difficulty as legend opponents. We don't want it to be easy. Condition difficulty is hard, but I think I'm going to switch that so that it's like higher wins, but leave the fairway and firmnesses to be default. We're not going to simulate anything. I think CPU, we'll leave them at 90%. I think that we'll leave these, and then as time goes on, I'd like it to stay competitive and not just be that we're dominating the career, because I do plan this to be, hopefully just like an ongoing series throughout the game. All right, so we will do this. We'll go with default. I want the win to be difficult, but default everything else, so we get some variance. I don't want it to be that we play the exact same conditions every single tournament. Regular events, we're going to do 1 round, and for alternate events, we will do 1 round as well. But signature, let's go 2. 2 full rounds, and we'll do the same for the rest of the main event. So we got majors, FedEx Cup. All right, that is fine. I think that'll be a good balance. I don't think I want to drag it out to 4 rounds. If you guys want more rounds, let me know. Again, I kind of want this to be very community feedback driven. I want to make career mode content that is interesting as a viewer. So let me know. I'm down for almost anything. All right, we have a sponsorship offer from the golf club, and we're absolutely gonna take it. Although, what does it say if you review it? Okay, review just lets you take a look, and that is actually very interesting. So I guess just a small detail, apparently the career mode signings carry over. Obviously you don't carry the same tier as your other golfer, but the unlocks are not repeated. So I guess you can't really cheese things, but it might be, you know, maybe we take some different ones here strategically for our overall profile. Just a small little thing. But yes, we will definitely be signing because, you know, we're out here on tour. We need a sponsor. So I'll take them for everything. We may as well. We can drop them when better things come. Hopefully we play well enough so that better things do come. All right, so to the Corn Ferry Tour we go. Playing the event, the final of Q School. I have not taken a singular swing today, so this should be good. All right, the Corn Ferry Tour Q School tournament at TPC Sawgrass. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Got some people out here scoring too. 6 under through 10, 4 under through 9, 4 under through 7. All right. We don't have to win, but we do have to. We have to finish in the top 40, right? That's what they said. All right, pull out our yardage book because TrueSim, we do not have Scout Cam available to us. So let's see if we can find the stroke. A little bit of a pull. We are going left. That means I need to find a little bit more left on my swing. Hopefully, we can leave ourselves with enough room coming out of this rough. It's a front tucked pin, but I think we're probably going to need a club up and go a little bit more to the right. Just try and keep this out of harm's way. Came up a little bit short. I also didn't realize that it was set to 95%, so that's on me to pay attention to. Alright, out of the bunker, this is going to be a very difficult shot. We can't really play too much shape to it, so this is gonna run on us. Ooh, almost hit the pin. But we're just trying to get up and down from here. Realistically, having landed short, we were never going to have that opportunity. Uphill putt, right to left. 66% power. I feel like it's breaking and then kind of leveling off. We'll go out here. This should not be here, but there's a bug that causes it to appear with the putting and approach cam. So unfortunately, it's going to keep showing up, and I don't quite know how to get it to stop, so try not to look at it too much. Broke a little bit more. Alright, so we're going to take a bogey on the first hole. It's okay. As long as we just keep things in check, don't get too out of sorts, we can start finding some fairways. We can hopefully bring this thing back in. If we have to compete on the qualifying a few times over, then so be it. But hopefully we can start finding some of those. There you go, Drew. Drew draws the ball just around the trees. We're going to have ourselves a fairway lie. Par 5, maybe we can make things back all at once. Don't want to get too greedy, though. We've got 235 yards to the flag. close to 210 to the front. We probably want to land it somewhere in the like 220 spot. We've got 225 yards on the club with wind at the back. I think 4-iron's going to be a little bit short and hybrid's going to be a little bit long. We don't have a choked approach. Probably want to take off a little bit of yardage on this. I know that's kind of feeling it out. I play it left, baby cut, 93%, so it just choked down on it a little. 92% underswing, but you know what? That is right at the front of the green. Left it a little bit short. 93% was even going to be short as well, but we're on. Give ourselves a look at a 2-putt to try and get back to level par. Now it looks like this putt is uphill, breaking right to left. Gonna need a little bit more power. Even on default green speeds, these are very, very quick. So you gotta give it that extra pace. Flipping around the green. Uphill right to left, and I think somewhere right in here feels good. Oh no, it broke more going up the last little section there. Not a terrible putt, maybe added a little bit too much on the pace. But we'll take the 2-putt birdie back to level par. Gotta take advantage of these par 5s. Don't want to get too far behind on par 4s. And especially on these par 3s, I do not want to get too aggressive. We're going to start, especially with us having more of a pull miss. I'm going to start it a little bit more out to the right-hand side of this green. It's going to baby draw. And I think we're a little bit in between clubs here because I think that the 6-iron is going to be too deep. 172 yards, little bit of wind. We're gonna have to take a little bit off this 6. Well, I knew that pull was the miss, but unfortunately, with the stats that we have on this character, 4 yards is, or 4 degrees is quite a lot. Now we've short-sided ourselves, and a flop shot. I immensely struggle with the flop shot. But I don't think we really have much of a choice. So I think we're going to have to try and hit one and just hope for the best. Nope. Yeah, that's a tough one. I straight up don't have that shot in the bag. Like, there's not much else to be said about it. I felt like I was going to just pitch it over the green, though. So that right there, that's exactly what is so difficult about this game at the highest level, especially when you're without stats and without shot types. We'll take a bogey. After all said and done there, I was definitely expecting a double. I'm thinking the goal at the moment is probably just to get out of here with a par. You know, if we can shoot even or better, that would be pretty sweet. What is our 96 yards? So I think we're going to want to make sure that we're laid back and can get ourselves a full shot. There we go. There we go. Want to try and make sure that we can leave ourselves a full wedge in. As long as we can get that swing settled in and stop missing the shot so much, I think we're going to be in a pretty good place. Now, 56-degree wedge, slight downhill lie, wind slightly off and below, so we're going to aim just a bit left. Aim a little bit left of the hole. And take a little bit off the shot with the with the loft here. Okay, some perfects. A little bit quick on the tempo. That's it. Oh, that is gorgeous, Drew. That is gorgeous, my man. All right, so we're ping-ponging right now. We are ping-ponging. Hitting some birdies, some bogeys. But that's 4 holes and level par. And I think on these conditions, well, not even conditions, I think on these settings, I gotta be pretty happy with it. And he's starting to find his swing. He's starting to find his swing out here. Truly like the magician he is. Ironically, he doesn't really have, as we've seen so far, great escape skills. But he's turning a corner. Ball's below the feet. Wind is off left to right, so we're going to be a little bit outside here. Put a touch of loft and spin into it. Oh, we pulled it, but the wind's holding it up. All right, we were aimed a little bit too far to the left, or to the right, actually. And that wind held it up quite a bit more, so I should have hit that closer to stock. All right. I think we're probably in a position where we need to putt this. And I think we need to give a little bit more pace to get out of this fairway. It seems to me we're breaking up right to left. Come on. Have the legs. Does anybody have tips for that? That's one thing that I have not quite figured out yet, is putting from off of the fairway. I feel like I never have the right distance control for it. And I don't know if Texas wedge helps with that or not. But that is just something that I have not been able to figure out for the life of me. All right, we're gonna club this down. We're gonna club this down. Oh, close face, overcorrected. I wanted to choke it down to a 3-wood so that we had a fuller shot in here, but now we're going to be taking one out of the lip. Uphill lie. Ball's above the feet. Let's see here. We got 114. It's 106 to the front. We probably want to land it probably closer to the flag than not. I feel like with the uphill lie and the way the ball is plugged in here, I feel like the pitching wedge with a little bit of loft is going to be the way to go. Wow, even that, it was just so plugged in there. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to really putt this one as effectively as I would like. So it goes a little bit left to right once we're up there. I think we're just going to have to kind of chip it into the top of this hill. And then let it kick left. And run out. Okay. A little bit short, which, you know, always unfortunate because that means that you didn't really give it a chance. But at the same time, I've had a history of running chips by the hole a little bit too far, which is, in this case, pretty good actually for seeing a putt line coming back because we don't have the grids. This pull is killing me. This pull is killing me right now. We're just a little bit off the mark, and it is definitely getting us in trouble. Now, I think we have a pretty clean lie, so we're gonna take a 4-iron here. Aim a little bit left. I left it open. Pull open. That would have been right on the front, running through. Oh man. All right. Is that ball... That is way downhill. So we can land this a little bit shorter. Then it's just a matter of how does this slope? Is it right to left? I think it's got a little bit of right to left feed down there. So we're going to want to hit this, I think, decently far. Somewhere in there. I feel like it's a pretty good lie out of here. And aim it a little bit to the right. Oh, hold it again. And the pull in this game has a distance effect to it, so... Yeah, it's not just like 2K23 where, you miss it a little bit off the mark and you'll be fine. Nope, if you miss it, it's also going to have a distance effect. I did not see the hill being that strong. I felt like it was going to come back to the left a little bit at the end. Alright. We're floating right around even par right now. Lots of bogeys on the card, little bit of scoring. The leaders are only at 6 under. We just can't let them get too far away, but we also can't continue to lose some of these. Now, I don't think we can get there with the hybrid, and I think this 3-wood is a little bit too long. At full power, we're landing like pin high. I think we have to take maybe just a touch off of it. I feel like I'm pulling more to the left, but I am missing still to the right, and so we keep getting this swing path pull. Come on, Drew. Come on, man. You gotta figure yourself out. You gotta figure yourself out. Downhill, but it's mostly like a big downhill and then a little left to right. So I think if we land it just a touch short and let it roll this left to right to the hole, what's crazy is even on the like splash shot, which I feel like has a more up and down swing than the rest of them, we're still managing to miss. Alright. This looks to me slightly above the feet at the start, but then left to right at the end. Getting kind of a different view from here, which is always concerning. I do not know. I do not know. I'm feeling left to right more than anything. Nope. Nope, there's the swing right at the end. I should have trusted my earlier read. Feel like I looked at it too long. This is where like in real life you can feel the ground beneath you. Sometimes you can just let your eyes deceive you a little bit too much. Alright, more left on the backswing. There we go. There you go, Drew. Quad perfects on the par 5. Now, as a base-ish magician, I don't think we have the distance to go after the green in 2 here. Yeah, so it's 290 yards to go after it in 2. I think realistically, we're just going to take a 6-iron here. And work our way back down the fairway. Leave ourselves outside of the tree. Now we've got 106 yards. Okay, this is a pretty decent number for us. 106 yards. Carry 107, 56-degree wedge. Yeah, we'll let it ride the wind a little bit and just bite. How is that still a pull? How is that still a pull, Drew? Oh no. Oh no. It just needs to be a miss to the right is so much better here. And I can't be flopping this. There's absolutely no way. That's way too sideways. But like a chip, how do you get a chip up? I guess we're gonna find out. I guess we're gonna find out. Oh no. I think that went just right next to the hole. I don't really know what else I'm supposed to do. You can't get a pitch to stop. I don't have the super flop. I can't flop because I'm not good at it. It's opposite my swing. Alright. Little chip shot up into the top here. Kick right to left, roll into the hole. I went off of that previous hole. I went off of that previous hole where we came up short, and so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna flight it a little bit further. And this one played how I thought that one was going to. Ah, man. Oh man, Drew. This is not how we hoped our day would go. Now I can't splash it. We're falling apart. We're falling apart on the par 5. I'm trying to almost like check this. Nope. Carried it too far. I was like hoping to check it into the top. Well, this is gonna be try again. Aim it a little bit shorter. Try and chip it into the hill. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, ball. Oh my word. That is not okay. That is not okay. That's not how that was supposed to go. Par 5s are supposed to be scoring holes, but instead here we are now 6 over at the end of the front 9. That is not a good day at the office. Not at all. Of course he can find quad perfects after that. Clearly not phased at all, but I would just love to ask, why can't you hit not a pull when it matters, Drew? Huh? Are you fumbling under the pressure? Is that what it is? Oh, back-to-back quad perfects? Is Drew finally learning his lesson? Look at that. Look at that. Give yourself a birdie chance, boy. Give yourself a birdie chance. Now the real question is it actually straight? That implies slight left to right. The slightest. It was more than the slight that I thought. Trust your gut. Trust your gut, Drew. You gotta trust the gut, man. Alright, we step up to the 11 tee box. We have a par 5. We have a chance to maybe get a stroke back. Gonna put a little baby fade on it. And he's finally gonna miss on the other side. So far overcorrected that he pushed it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Drew. How are you going to sleep tonight? Oh, now you wanna... This guy. This guy. It's like the quad perfects when it doesn't matter. Unbelievable. All right, Drew. Can you maybe work with me here? Okay. Kinda. Little bit open, but you know what? Finally missing in the correct direction. Yeah. That's great. That's great, Drew. Celebrate it. Man's finally decided, you know what? I'm not going to miss this one. Well, he's going to miss the putt, because why wouldn't he? But, you know, finally decided he wasn't going to miss his approach shot in the wrong direction. Hot dang, dude. Hot dang. Drew, you got to be better than this. You got to be better than this. Okay, he's finally starting to learn a thing or two. Except, apparently not where to aim. Okay, lucky kick. We love to see that. Okay, pin's in the back right corner. Wind is in a little bit. We've got to worry about the back edge, which is at 93. Probably would like to bring it back to about 89. Now, you've got a few miles of wind. Kind of seeping in. But a little bit of the loft and spin on it. Ball's slightly below the feet. But it's going to be working back. Okay. I like that. Little draw towards the flag. It's not too deep. Maybe some bite. Okay. Not enough bite. Carried the flag, but we're in the back corner. Slight downhill putt. I'm seeing left to right on it. I'm seeing left to right on it. This ball, if I'm reading it correctly, is going to just drift for us right here. I'm not reading it correctly. It's going to drift just below the hole. You got to play clean golf. That's the thing. We got to play clean golf all the way through. I don't think we're playing poorly on the hole. But just enough bad holes, and yeah, that's really all it takes out here at the professional level. So we have 195 to the flag. We're somewhere between a 6 and a 5, because I don't know, do we think that this is gonna go? Maybe we'll put a little bit of rollout. Try and fade this one. Start it out over the water, which is dangerous. But he clutches up. Oh, what a shot. What a shot. Look at this guy go. Look at this guy go. A nice little 6-iron. In back behind the pin, although this one also a left to righter. Right in our shadow. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Love that. Makes a putt. We get a birdie on a par 3. Alright, back to 5 over. Back to 5 over. There's still time. There's still time. Okay, a little bit close, but you know what? That's okay, I think. Just settle down. Settle down. It's not okay. It's not okay. Of course it's not okay. Of course it's not okay. Alright. Ball is absolutely buried. We need to get to like 155. Or it might be too much, but you know what? I really don't trust that to get there. So we're going to take a little bit off. And this is going to... is really going to move left, isn't it? That's pretty solid contact. Yeah, that was kind of what I was concerned about. I didn't want to go down to the 6th though, but it gets out and it chases. So now we've got this downhiller that we basically just have to tap onto the green. If we look at this fairway, it's downhill, so I think you can hit it kind of softly. Come downhill, bounce on, and start to roll. That would have been huge. That would have been absolutely huge. Oh, can you imagine? We'd be on back-to-back birdies trying to make our way back to level par. Unfortunately, we're in 137th. Now, this is, I believe, a 2-round tournament, so that should be beneficial to us in the grand scheme of things. But as it stands, Drew is a little bit over his head here. All right, I think we're just going to take the wind for what it's worth and try and draw this one in. Left the face open a little bit, but he's kind of just going right at the flag. Because at this point, what does he have to lose? There you go, Drew. Come on, try and put yourself back into contention. I mean, not contention to win the thing, but you just got it. What, top 40, right? Is that where? That's what we got to get in this event. All right, ball's leaking just outside here. Of course. Of course. We've got the front right hole location about 200 yards that we have to carry. And kind of buried in the rough, so unfortunately we have to play this one a little bit safer. I think just playing like a 9-iron out here. I did not make the shot adjustment, so fortunately we are short enough, but I didn't shape that to get us out of pull territory. Okay, 89 yards, downhill lie. Probably not my greatest leave. Should have gone with a pitching wedge now in hindsight. But I think if we put some loft and spin on the shot to kind of negate the downhill lie, and then just pull the marker in just a touch, maybe like a 98%. Ball is way below the feet, and we've got some wind. I don't want to be airing towards the water. 89%? No, I don't want 89%. I want like... Yeah, sure, 97? That works. Quad perfects? I don't know if I hit the reset shot button and mess things up. We're a little bit deep. We're a little bit deep here. What I'm seeing is just a little bit of right to left on this. It would be great if it came back left to right at the end, but that is unfortunately not the case. Then it rolls out. Just go with pace straight up the hill. There we go. All right. Par 3 17th, the iconic island green. We have the front pin here for round 1 of the tournament. Now pitching wedge, I think we have to play a little bit of loft on it, but I don't want to be too aggressive. So we're gonna go a little bit deep, a little bit of a cut back into the wind here. And I pushed it open. That is a crazy bad miss. Holy cow. That's not even like a miss that we've normally been having too. That's the worst part of it. That's the worst part about it. Open face again, Drew? Really? Now all of a sudden we're gonna miss open when we've been missing pulls all along? We're just gonna absolutely blow up at the 17th? Are you kidding me, Drew? You're better than this, man. There it is. Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. Okay. Absolutely brutal day out here at Sawgrass. Absolutely brutal day. Left to righter, down the hill. I'm seeing this is my line. Apparently my lines are just low. Low and pacier than I want them to be. Speaking of pacier than I want them to be, that is a slap in the face. That is a slap in the face. Hot dang. Right. Well, at least open is the okay miss on the 18th hole. It's not the okay miss on the 17th, but yeah, here we'll take it. 8-iron's going to be about 10 yards short. Try and give it some extra. Okay. I gave it some extra yardage. Is it enough extra yardage to get back here? Almost. All right, come on. Can we end on a positive note? It breaks left to right just a little bit the whole way, and I've been under reading these, so we're gonna give it just a little bit more. And in true me fashion, we give it a little bit more and we miss it on the high side. Yeah, so that is not exactly great. That is not exactly great for us. Especially having it on Legend competition. Having an underleveled character, we're not even in the same zip code as anybody. Not in the same zip code as anybody. So, I mean, I would go out on a limb here and say that round 2 doesn't even matter. We probably have to just withdraw from the tournament and try again, right? Because can we see this far back on the leaderboard? We shot an 81. We are in 139th place. But let's go to the back here. Well, we're not in last, but 143rd is last place. And what, top 40 is a few under par. This is par 72, right? So you've got to be shooting a couple under par here. Have a good time. Yeah, we lost followers. I don't blame them. They're like, this guy, I thought I was rooting for him, but he actually sucks. All right, well, that's where this episode is going to leave off, on an absolute high note. If you did enjoy, make sure to drop a like and subscribe so you don't miss out on any more of this career mode playthrough or any other PGA Tour 2K25 content that we do. And I'd love to hear your guys' suggestions. Next time, we're just going to run back Q School again. We're going to try it again. If you guys think that losing at Q School over and over is boring, tell me. I want to know, how can we make this better? How can we make this the right balance? How many stats should we give the character? All of those sorts of things. Please let me know, and I will see you guys back here next time.